Vincent, Stimulation, a last start winner stepping up to 2,200 metres. Was a real competitive finish last time out. Were you happy with what he did?
Yeah, definitely. He's quite laid back early part of the race, and then at the home turn he actually picked up himself and went through gaps, and I'm happy with how he won last start. And this time 22, step up, and I think he can still handle for sure.
He's won over ground overseas in the past. What about the draw and potentially the speed in the race?
Yeah, it wasn't too ideal. Draw 8 and only 10 horses, but I'm still confident. Pace should be quite slow. It's normal, 22 in Happy Valley. But we'll see how the race pan out. Racing is always unpredictable.
You've had a week away, a week off the scene due to suspension. What does Vincent Ho do to keep the mind and the body fresh?
Yeah, definitely. Been to UK and had horses, biomechanics and anatomy course, and it's keep my knowledge up and come back stronger, and my brain just refresh a bit. It's good.
CHARIZARD, another honest run from him. I know you weren't on board on IJC night, but what did you make of the run?
Yeah, it was a good run. It was a bit of a, those IJC races are always a little bit messy, but he extricated himself late in the race, and he finished off quite well. So look, it was only his second run at Happy Valley, so now that he's had a couple of runs there, he should be a little bit more wiser at the track.
You were on board when he was in behind High Rev 2 runs ago at Happy Valley. Did he give you a good feel that night?
Yeah, he did. It was a very good run. He was in a nice position most of the race, and then the complexion of the race just changed mid-race, and when High Rev took off down the back, I was kind of down the fence, and I just had to wait for one to for the field to fan out a little bit, and then I got out and got on the back of High Rev, and it was a very credible run to get as close as I did, considering the way the race was run. But we know how good High Rev has been around Happy Valley all season, so I suppose with those two runs and the form in mind, you would think with a good draw that he's going to go there with another strong chance.
With that barrier draw of 4, where would you sort of envisage yourself in the run?
Oh look, he jumps quite well and he travels well, but he's a type of horse that when the race kind of picks up, he doesn't hit top gear. He takes a little while to pick up, but look, if he can just jump away, I don't want to take too advantage of the draw, because you can see the way the makeup of his races, he's always been ridden a little bit patiently because he has a good turn of foot. So we don't really want to change that too much. If it can be a length closer, all the better. But the most important thing is that he jumps clean, gets a nice position, maybe no further back than midfield, and it's a truly run race, not messy, and gives him every chance of striking a straight, which I think he can.
No doubt nice to get a winner right before Christmas for Ricky Yu, Kingsman.
Yeah, it's a long time since I've won on this horse. I've had a couple of wins on him quite a long time ago, but look, any winner in Hong Kong is good, and things have been a bit difficult this season for me, but it's nothing that hasn't happened in the past, and I think the most important thing is don't change anything, keep your head down and keep working hard, and hopefully the winners will come, plenty more of them.
Caspar, the Hulk, lining up for his 5th run here at Happy Valley. How'd you assess his last run?
It was really good. We got to the front and had some good sectionals and stayed on quite nicely. The horse that beat him's come out and franked the form again, winning at Sharton the other day, so that's a big positive for us. Obviously that was 1800. We're dropping him back to the 1650. He's got a moderate gait, I'd say, in gate 7, but horse remains really well. And hopefully he's just on the upward trend now. Let's hope we can start to get out there and get some winning results with him.
You happy with how he's trained on in his gallop last week?
Yes, I am. He's in good form. Looks a treat.
He was able to lead last start. Is that potentially on the radar again for Thursday night?
Is in New Zealand. He just sort of sat behind the speed and was quite impressive over there. I'll just leave it up to Joe, see how he is from the jump, and he'll work it out.
There's a few other 4-year-olds there that are potential candidates for the Classic Series, and you've also got Columbus County in the stable. Where would you line those two up together?
Yeah, they're both nice progressive horses that, certainly a horse like Columbus County, I think once he starts getting to the right trip, we might see something that's quite progressive there. The Hulk, his overseas form's around 1400, but obviously last time at the 1800 was a good result for us. So if he's between a mile to 2000, that gives us some options with him going forward.
You've seen a few of the other candidates for the 4-year-old series. Where do you sort of see the 4-year-old series picture at the moment?
Right now, I think it's in Francis Louis' stable. I mean, both the horses he's got very impressive. Golden 60 definitely for me would be the favourite in the mile. I don't know whether he'll run the Derby trip strongly, but his other horse definitely is looking for the 2000, and he looks to be the one that you'd want to be on going forward.
Snapford going around in the last race. He's unbeaten 3 from 3. What's your take on his winning performances so far?
Yeah, he's very workmanlike. He's a gutsy horse. He gets out there and he gives it his all. So we've got a good gate in gate 4. I've spaced his runs, and stepping him up an extra furlong, I think shouldn't be a problem. So, he's gone 3 for 3 at the 1000. So hopefully at the 1200, if we can just progress and run the trip out strong, which I think he will do, hopefully he'll work his way into Class 2.
10 weeks since that last run. Has he sort of needed those spaces between his races?
Yeah, we just given him a couple of trials to sharpen him up, and his last trial was pleasing. So now it's a case he's got to go out there and do it again. It's tough in Hong Kong when you keep climbing up in the ratings and you start taking on better horses, and you get more weight. But he's done nothing wrong at this stage, so let's hope the handicap is right and we can snag another win.